few years ago, I put out a video titled I Quit. And really what that was that video changed my life. From that moment on, my life has been completely different. Because God had strongly put it on my heart for the years leading up to that, to really just kind of question what exactly is the church think they're doing. Seeing the corruption, and my eyes were open to it because of the position I was in as the head of school of Johnson County Christian Academy in Johnson County, Missouri. I knew all the pastors, and all I saw was, I'm going to take that back, mostly what I saw was corruption and laziness. Just the Sunday show. I do the Sunday show, and I get paid to do the Sunday show, and that's all I do. So I titled the video, I Quit, because I was going to call out the church by going through the book of Malachi verse by verse. And I'll put the link to that video there and that series of Malachi, because we did go through the book of Malachi verse by verse to call out the church. Then I did a video titled, It's time to bring that remnant together, because what I noticed through this process is, and I've said this many times, is if you live in a town of 10,000, there's probably 2 or 3 of you that are like you, that you get it. You get it, that there is more to this church. There is definitely, it's not about a Sunday show. It's not about a building. I am the church. You are the church. It is about being the church, not going to a church. It's about being the church. But I didn't really, once I did that, I said, let me know if you're in. And thousands of emails came in saying that they were in. And I just really did not know what to do with that. God had put this in my lap and it overwhelmed me. So I started emails, and then I traveled around the country a little bit. But I knew God had more planned, and that's what this is about, because what He has brought into fruition. That little school that I quit, I fought in that school a spiritual battle unlike anything I have ever seen in my life. And that school became a sanctuary. There was one night where a girl said she saw angels pushing out demons out of that building. And that little town of Centerview that school is in, just a little tiny town, was riddled with meth and homelessness, and it is transformed. So now, because of what God has done, He has shut that school down and He has put it in the hands of individuals who want to be about God's business. That school is so important to God. And now they have lent that school to me the first Saturday of every month. The same ground that I fought for years has been in turn stewarded to me one day a month, every month. The first Saturday of every month, I am calling the remnant to join me in Centerview, Missouri at the old Johnson County Christian Academy. It's shut down now, but we will be using that building, and they will be opening a more beautiful school than that community has ever seen over the next few years. I don't know what it is about that ground, that Centerview, but it is extremely important to God. It is also extremely important to the enemy. So we are not starting a church on the front lines. We are going to be the church on the front lines of a spiritual war that I don't even begin to understand. But it's just not even me. The local prison ministry, all of the ex-cons, they're all coming to join us. It's not going to be people pulling up in their Cadillacs to sit in a comfortable air-conditioned building and listen to the Sunday show and go home and take a nap. No, this is about being the church. This is calling the remnant to learn what it is that we need to do so we can focus on what it is we need to do, and then we can go out and do that thing, and every month come back and report back what it is we do, and then go back and do it again month after month to be the church exactly like the first church was. Not kind of like it was, exactly like it was. Tired of watching this Sunday show. I'm tired of not seeing miracles. I'm tired of not seeing people raised from the dead. Those are powers that we have, but yet we're not wielding them because we're pacified in a comfy chair every Sunday. So the first Saturday of every single month in Centerview, Missouri, at the old Johnson County Christian Academy building, the remnant, come join me. Come join me. And we will also go live at that time too. We will feed everybody during that time as well. If 10,000 show up, something tells me there's going to be a little bit of food left over. So come join us. Get your belly full. Learn how to be the church, and then we will go out and we will be that church, and we'll be surrounded with the people that Jesus surrounded Himself with. the ex-cons, the widows, the orphans, the hungry people, the sinners of this world. And we will be the church. And the people that go to church, they won't even understand what's happening. And even just to prepare for that, you know, I didn't know if I was going to say this. I'm just going to say it. These are the billboards going up around there in November. Right about a month before we have our first meeting, these billboards will be up. God is putting this into our hands, ladies and gentlemen. If you can make your way to Centerview, Missouri, the first Saturday of every month, starting December 3rd. December 3rd will be our very first meeting of the Remnant. That'll be our headquarters. I'm planting a flag in that ground, and that is never going to be in the enemy's hands again. Ever. That is where we will headquarter until we then branch out into the uttermost parts of the earth. It's a beautiful thing. And again, we're not starting a church. Be very clear, we're not starting a church. We're going to be the church. We're going to be something that this country probably hasn't seen in a long time. But we're going to be that. Come join us December 3rd, the first Saturday, and come join us every Saturday or any of those Saturdays. You know, every time I traveled around, people would come from all over this country because they felt called. There was something different about them. They're looking around and they just don't see what it is that they, you know, they read the Bible. It says, do these things, and they look around. They don't see anybody doing those things. They don't really see the opportunity to do those things. But we're going to be the church. It's here. It's here. Come join us December 3rd, Centerview, Missouri, at the old Johnson County Christian Academy building. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. Feel called to support this channel with Patreon. That link is below. Most important part of this channel is we take prayer requests, so please don't ever hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.